my name is Eve and welcome to today's video. I don't know what I'm thinking. I really don't know what I'm thinking. As you can tell from the title of this video, today we are doing a 24-hour reading challenge. And so a lot of people do this different ways. You can either read for 24 hours straight. You can either do like 12 hours one day, 12 hours another day. You can do the timer method, which means every time you start reading, you press play on the timer until you get up to 24 hours. Now me, personally, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I've decided I'm going to do how much can I read in 24 hours, which means tomorrow morning I am waking up at 3 a.m. and I am going to try and stay awake for 24 hours, and we'll just see how much I can read in that span of 24 hours. I don't have to read the whole 24 hours. I can do pretty much whatever I want. We're just gonna see how much I can read in 24 hours. I know you're thinking to yourself, if you only have 200 followers, why would you put yourself through this? Because I can. So let me show you my TBR. I have 7 books. Oh, I have to grab one. I have 7 books on today's TBR. And let me just show you. So first of all, I have 2 books that I want to finish that I'm currently in the middle of. The first being Paradise 1 by David Wellington. It's just a sci-fi thriller. I only have this much left. It's about like 200 pages, I believe. Yeah, it's about 200 pages. So I can totally do that. I also still have a little bit of time to read today. So we'll see how much I actually have left to read tomorrow. But yes, I'm going to finish this tomorrow. The next book I want to finish is Tithe by Holly Black, which is just like a weird little fairy tale, and it's super short. I'm already halfway through it, so I'll be able to finish this. The next book that I would love to read is Restore Me by Tahereh Mafi. It's just book 4 in the Shatter Me series. And then I have Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute, because I feel like with all these like really intense books, I should have like a cutesy little fun rom-com. And then I have Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel, and I don't really know the genre of this book. It's like a literary sci-fi kind of deal, I think, maybe. And then, so those are like my main TBR, and I could possibly not stick to that as well. I'm just gonna see how I feel. But I have 2 palette cleansers, which are actually manga, and it is Spy Family Volume 1, and then my Attack on Titan Omnibus version, which is volumes 1 through 3. So if I'm just feeling really exhausted, really slumpy, I'm just gonna pull these bad boys out and read them. So yeah, I decided to film this intro today instead of tomorrow, because I know tomorrow morning I'm probably not going to remember to film an intro. But yeah, pray for me, wish me luck. I'll see you in the morning. First of all, my hair is like this because it's wet because I showered and I don't want it touching me. But the first book that I'm reading is Loveology by John Mark Comer. And basically this is just like a biblical view of marriage, and I think this is a really good book for people who are not yet married. Obviously I'm married, but it's still like really good to read. But yeah, obviously in biblical times most marriages were arranged, and funnily enough, the statistics show that arranged marriages like 10 years in the future are more happy than love marriages, which I just thought was interesting. But this book is just so like hard-hitting and like just real. Like, let me read a passage for you. It says, don't marry someone you hope will change. This happens all the time. Some people change, but most don't. And people who do change slowly. Love, by definition, takes people the way they are, not the way you want them to be. Nobody wants to feel like a project. It's not fair to you, and it's definitely not fair to your spouse. If you don't love them right now just as they are, then don't get married. Of course, it's okay to see someone's future and believe in that, even to help them get there, but they have to drive it, not you. You can't take people places they don't want to go. Don't marry a project. marry a partner. So it's just like bangers like that. And yeah, it's just really good. I've been reading this for a few months now, just slowly. I started on page 145 in this. I don't know how far I want to get in it. I know I'm not gonna finish it today. I just wanted to read these, or this book, and I have my book of Acts from the Bible, just because I spend so much time reading that I don't know. I don't want to idolize reading, you know, and I want to spend time with Jesus, so I think it'd be really great for me to start my morning with just reading a little bit of Jesus stuff and like reading the Bible just kind of throughout the day. But yeah, that's just my little update for now. So, I'm trying to get my book. So I made it up to page 173 in Loveology. And it is now 4:08. So it is a new hour. And that means we're going to be starting Paradise 1. I did make it up to page 502 last night, which means I have 175 pages left in this bad boy. So I should be able to finish it within the next couple hours, and I will give you my final thoughts and updates. Okay, let's get to reading. Can we talk about how big this book is? This thing is huge. I've been reading this for so long. I am really, really enjoying it though. I have been reading this book for so long that it is now daylight and it is 7:30, and that's just insane. And I still have 53 pages left. Oh my gosh. The last like hour I've been reading this, it's just been so slow and boring. I'm now starting to like skip through some stuff because the entire book so far, up to like page maybe 500, it was so exciting and so interesting and just like go, go, go the entire time, and I was absolutely loving it. But this last 50 pages, for some reason, we're just jumping back to the past and hearing the backstory of like the main characters, and I don't care. It's not interesting, and I'm just really struggling through this. So yeah, I think, did I already say it's 7:30? Like, it's literally been 4.5 hours. I think I'm gonna make a coffee. I'm really tired. I did not get good sleep last night. I'm gonna make a coffee and I'm gonna bust out these last 50 pages. I'm hoping I'm gonna get this done by 8:30 so that I can move on. But also, I haven't just been reading these past 4.5 hours. I did some stuff for YouTube, so I was like doing some video stuff, and I posted a video, and then my husband woke up, so I talked to him for a while, and yeah, so I probably only have read for 2 hours in reality. The fact that the sun just came up and I'm like already exhausted is kind of crazy. I did get a little bit of some snacks for myself at Target yesterday in preparation for this. I got myself some gummy bears. I got a juicy peach Alani and a cherry slush Alani. This will be for later in the day. And then I got some flavor blasted extra cheddar goldfish. If you have never tried the original donut shop Sunday Fun Day latte, you are missing out. As a person who doesn't like coffee, this is like my favorite K-Cup ever because it literally tastes like sugar and it's so good. All right, I've made my coffee. Time to go finish that book. I finished it. Yay! It is exactly 8:30. That's incredible. What a freaking banger of a book. This book is incredible. Except for that little short, like 50 pages, it was just absolutely insane and such a great read. Biggest book ever. And I'm not even talking about length. I'm talking about like, it's a big, chunky book. But yeah, I think my final thoughts on this are, it was going to be 5 stars if not for that little portion where they were just going back in time and reliving their memories. I'm gonna have to give it 4.5 stars, but I would totally recommend this. There are some trigger warnings you should know. Like, I should actually look up the definition to make sure I'm using this word right. Okay, yeah. So there is a lot of body horror in this. So you should know that. There is cannibalism. It's just it's a really disturbing story just about like this sort of infection type of thing that gets out and makes people's minds kind of go crazy. It's a really horrible way to describe it, but I can't obviously describe what it is because it would spoil the entire thing. But yeah, this book was absolutely amazing and I'm so glad that I finally finished it. I'm gonna immediately go on Goodreads and mark it as finished. And then we're gonna move locations and choose another book to read. I have about 19 hours left in this challenge. So yeah, not too bad. Finished 1 book already. Very happy with that. All right, we're at a new location. We have a book picked. I did take a little break to play a game on my phone, but it is 8:45. I'm gonna start reading Spy Family right now. My eyes. Ugh, my eyes hurt so bad. It is 10:01. I just finished Spy Family. I just sat down and read through all of it in one go. It was a slow start for me because I've never read manga before, and so I didn't really know how to read it. But once I got the hang of it, I really enjoyed it. I don't know what I'm rating this yet. I'm gonna give it a minute. But yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was super cute, and I'm definitely gonna continue in this series. But I am gonna take a break and make some food. I think I'm just gonna make some like vegetable soup. And yeah, maybe watch some YouTube, go to the bathroom, just take a little breather. Time for me to take my nasty little health drops. Well, ooh, she's struggling. Hello? Okay. While my soup is cooking, I thought I'd let you know what book I'm going to pick up next, and that is Tithe by Holly Black. This book is 255 pages. I am on page number 111. So over 100 pages to go, but I just want to finish this up. I've been reading it for so long. I am just quite ready to be done with it. I am really liking it though. It's about this girl who used to live in New Jersey and, oh, my soup. Okay, I'm back. It's about this girl who used to live in New Jersey, and she would have all her little fairy friends come visit her all the time. And then she had to move out to like California or something. And obviously her fairy friends stopped visiting her, and she's always been able to make things happen just by like daydreaming about it. Like at this one point, she makes a carousel horse move just by thinking about it. And so we don't know what that's about. Well, I know what it's about, but you don't know what that's about. But basically, she moves back to New Jersey, and then her fairy friends visit her again, and she meets this tall, handsome fairy, and yeah, it's a good time. I said this in like or did I say it in another video? I don't remember anyways, but it's just like a trashy good time. And yeah, it's just kind of like edgy, you know? Yeah, I'm enjoying it, so I'm gonna finish this up today. I hope this video is entertaining. My favorite videos to watch are 24-hour readathons, so I hope this is enjoyable for you.
What would have been pursued. Like elements to this book. The characters are...
Hot Pippos. I have changed locations yet again. I think I'm gonna move my camera a little bit. Okay, so I'm just honestly at a different part of the couch, cause I was on that couch and now I'm on a different couch. But as you can see, I braided my hair. I just took a bath, and it was a really short bath. I just wanted to like get super hot basically kind of like wash my body off. And my face was feeling really greasy, and I just was feeling icky gross, so I washed my face. It's super dry right now, but I don't want to put any moisturizer on, because then my face, I don't know, I have really sensitive skin, so if I put moisturizer on and then I just sit here, it's just gonna get super oily again, and I don't want that. So we're just gonna let it dry out. I only read like 20 more pages in Tithe, so I don't have a update. I just want to let you know the time is 12 o'clock, noon. Okay, so we have, how many hours of daylight do we have left? We have 7 hours of daylight left. Isn't that, oh, that's so insane. I have 7 hours of daylight, but I have, hang on, I got this. 15 hours of reading? Is that how many? I don't know, I can't do math in my head, guys. I can see the mountains barely from my window, and they're all covered in snow. I wonder if I can show you. There they are, right there and right there. The little mountains. It is 4:02 and I just finished Tithe, and my final thoughts on this are I really actually enjoyed it, and it's rated super low on Goodreads. Let me tell you what it's rated. So it's rated 3.70, so I guess that's not like super low, but I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I thought it was a really good time, and I'll definitely get into the next book soon. So let's see, I have 11 hours left, and I think next I'm going to be starting Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. I think I'm gonna go take another bath, because I can, and start this and see how I like it. I don't really know what it's about. Let me read the synopsis real quick. Edwin St. Andrew is 18 years old when he crosses the Atlantic by steamship, exiled from polite English society following an ill-conceived diatribe at a dinner party. He enters the forest spellbound by the beauty of the Canadian wilderness, and suddenly hears the notes of a violin echoing in an airship terminal, an experience that shocks him to his core. 2 centuries later, a famous writer named Olive Llewellyn is on a book tour. She's traveling all over Earth, but her home is the Second Moon Colony, a place of white stone, spired towers, and artificial beauty. Within the text of Olive's best-selling pandemic novel lies a strange passage. A man plays his violin for spare change in the echoing corridor of an airship terminal as the trees of a forest rise around him. When Gaspari Roberts, a hotel detective in the black-skied night city, is hired to investigate an anomaly in the North American wilderness, he uncovers a series of lives upended. The exiled son of an earl driven to madness, a writer trapped far from home, and a pandemic ravages Earth, and a childhood friend from the night city who, like Gaspari himself, has glimpsed the chance to do something extraordinary that will disrupt the timeline of the universe. A virtuoso performance that is as human and tender as it is intellectually playful. Sea of Tranquility is a novel of time travel and metaphysics that precisely captures the reality of our current moment. So this sounds very interesting, just like 3 stories that are combined into one, sounding like a sci-fi type of novel. So I'm very interested. This has 255 pages. Actually, that's exactly how many pages Tithe had, which is interesting. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Just a girl sitting outside, eating her nacho cheese and reading a good book. This is the life, my friends. I'm getting sleepy. It is 7:30, which means I have about 7.5 hours left. I'm telling you right now, I'm not making it. I'm not. I'm thinking after this book, I might just call it quits because I will have read 4 books, and that's a lot of books in one day. Even though technically 2 of them I was just finishing. But I have hit the halfway mark in this book. Yay! And here are my thoughts on it. The first couple of stories I really enjoyed. And then we hit one that I just couldn't care less about. I was really struggling through it, just like reading a couple pages at a time and then scrolling on my phone. Yeah, I just hit like a boring point. To me, it was boring. Things are picking up again. And all the stories in a way are like connected. And so that's super interesting. And right now it's almost like the story's coming together even more. I didn't realize this was written recently. For some reason in my head, this was like an old book, but it did mention like COVID-19 and I was like, But yeah, that doesn't bother me. Stuff about like COVID-19, like pandemic stuff, it doesn't bother me. Like I don't know. Reading about pandemic stuff is like intriguing, and this is definitely a pandemic book. But yeah, it's just super interesting. Like some time travel, pandemic stuff. It's good. I'm thinking in my head this will probably be around a 4-star, but we shall see. I'm gonna eat dinner. I'm just eating my leftover vegetable soup that I made for lunch. And then I'm gonna watch some YouTube and see where the night takes us. It's 10:22. I just finished, what is this book? Sea of Tranquility. It was a good book, but I don't understand what the point of it is. I'm gonna have to like look it up maybe, because I genuinely am like, I just don't get the point. I don't get what, if there's supposed to be like a message or something. I don't know. But the plot twist I did guess and I saw coming, which is very disappointing. I don't know. I think I'm gonna give this 3.5 stars. I was just a little disappointed in it. The beginning was so interesting to me, and then, I don't know, just kind of fell flat, and I just don't get the point of it. But with that being said, I am giving up on this 24-hour reading challenge. I don't want to read anymore. It's not even that. It's not that I don't want to read anymore. Actually, like every time I watch 24-hour readathons, it's usually people are like, I'm so tired of reading. I never want to read again. But that's definitely not how I feel at all. I just feel like my eyes need to close and I need to go to sleep. But I feel like if I was not tired, I could definitely pick up another book and keep reading. But yeah, I'm gonna finish off the vlog tomorrow, give you my final thoughts. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright guys, it is about time that I wrap up this video. So in this 24-hour reading haul, I was able to complete 4 books, 2 of which I finished, 2 of which I read the whole thing all the way through. Let me give you all my thoughts. So Paradise 1 was obviously the first book that I finished, and it's huge, and I still think it's a 4.5 star. I think it was absolutely incredible, and I'm really excited for the next one to come out. Just wasn't exactly a 5 star for me because of that section. That was so boring. But the rest of it was just so incredible and entertaining and freaky, and I just absolutely love it, and I'm so happy that I was able to finish it. The next one that I read in this reading vlog was Spy Family Volume 1, my first ever manga, and I had such a great time with this. I think I'm gonna rate it like 3.75 because I feel like I'm going to enjoy the other volumes probably more as I go along with it, so I feel like it wasn't quite a 4 star for me, but 3.75 feels really good because that's still an amazing rating. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed this one. The next one that I read was Tithe by Holly Black, which is a modern fairy tale. And I think this one was so fun. So, I don't even know how to describe it. Just a good, weird time. And I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I just thought it was really, really a good story, just a really fun time, and I'm excited to continue the series. And then the last book I read in this vlog was Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel, and I am sticking with my score of 3.5 on this one. I really loved the first couple stories, and then the third story I was so bored, and then I started liking it again, but then I guessed the ending, and it just was like, I still just am feeling like, what's the point? I looked it up last night, like, what is the point of this book? And it was basically just like, I'm trying to remember what it was even about. I don't know, can't remember, can't recall. Anyways, but obviously it just didn't stick with me, and it has a very high rating. It's like a 4.07 on Goodreads or something, and most people rate this really highly, but for some reason it just didn't hit, and it's not going to stick with me, and yeah. But this concludes my 24-hour reading vlog. Even though I did not succeed in the 24 hours, I had an amazing time, and this morning I even picked up another book because I'm not tired of reading it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for going on this crazy journey with me. Please let me know if you want to see more 24-hour reading vlogs because I would totally do this in the future. I'm probably not gonna be able to do it a lot because the whole reason I was able to do it is because I had a random Friday off at work, and that never happens. So maybe like a couple times a year if I could try to do it. I don't know. Or I could even do like the kind where you do 12 hours one day and 12 hours the next day. I think that'd be really fun. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.